Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'd like to welcome you all at the 279th meet of Speakers and Toastmaster Club. My name is Simi. In the beginning of our meet, I'd like to mention 3 ground rules that we will follow during the course of this meeting. First, please mute yourself if you are not speaking. Second, if you are not experiencing any bandwidth or technical issues, I'd like to recommend that everyone turn on their video since we are connected remotely, and it would be awesome to get to know everyone by face and know each other better. Also, it's a fantastic opportunity for the speakers to gauge the audience's reaction when they are on the stage. In case if you are stepping out of the meeting, please remember to turn off your video. Thirdly, if you are using a virtual platform and make references to religion, sex, or politics, please keep in mind that these are sensitive topics. Take caution while adopting these elements. Your language and presentation should be considerate of others' feelings. As you are aware, everyone has a mission in life. Similarly, our Toastmaster has a mission. Our Toastmaster mission is to provide mutually supportive environment so that each member of our club can develop their leadership and communication skills, which will help to boost their self-confidence and personal growth. Today, we'll be having an interesting session where it's themed as Impromptu, where the participants will be giving speech impromptu on a given topic. We will get to know more about it in the upcoming meeting. Now, with this, I'd like to invite our presiding officer for the day. He is a management consultant by profession. He is a part-time theater artist, was part of an improv comedy club, conducting multiple live shows across Bangalore. He loves storytelling, along with his FB page, Cafe Stories. So everyone, please welcome and let's put our hand together to welcome the presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Sankhya. Over to you, Toastmaster Sankhya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Simi. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Simi. Wow, what a beautiful day we have today. The great day. Today is 8th of May, and I open up this meeting to number 279 with a bang. We have some lovely guests, but before we start off, I want to wish on behalf of Speakers 10 very happy Mother's Day to all the lovely mothers present over here and in your family as well. Let's give a big round of applause for that. Super. So while we start off with the meeting, we have some lovely guests over here. Some came for the first time, some are frequent guests of us, but we love to hear from all of you. So while we proceed further, let me request our first guest of the meeting, Shed Singh. Shed Singh, I would love to hear from you and just a little bit, what does Mother's Day mean for you? Yeah. Shed Singh.
You wished Mother's Day, and I love my grandmother. She loved me a lot. She is no more with us, and now 2 days back she came in my dream, and because whenever I feel pain, she came and I see in the dream. So she whispers. I know that is important. My name is Sher Singh. I'm a journalist turned into digital marketer. Now I'm the founder of one startup that is a Digital Infinity. And I do election campaign management. I travel a lot. I traveled all across the India as of now, not living in any state. And I'm experiencing the good thing. I had a lot about this Toastmasters Club, and accidentally I have reached the dense Toastmaster club directly. And that day I decided that I will join one day. I'll speak well. And I had, someone had taken a snap that day. I kept that snap. I spoke first. Basically, I had participated in table topic session. I spoke around 2 minutes, and I was not believing that day that even I just came back to my room and just visualizing that point of time that while I was speaking, that was a great moment, and I had learned a lot from this state. Thank you, Sankhya. I have been learning a lot from you also.
Thank you so much.
I'll be there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shet Singh. A big round of applause for the wonderful Shet Singh is our past ex-member, but we really want you to come back to Speakers Den very soon, and we would love for that. And thanks for that. Next, we also have Venkatesh. Hi, Venkatesh.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Your voice is a little bit down. Is it possible to bring the mic in front of you?
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, your voice is still a little bit down. Earlier it was fine.
Now you are listening, sir.
Yeah, we can, but it's a very, very faint sound. Maybe we will just come back to you. In the meanwhile, if you can just check on your audio settings. Okay. Yeah. We also have Lalita. Hi, Lalita. Very good morning.
Hi, Sankhya. Good morning.
We would love to hear from you, Lalita. And in a very few words, what does Mother Day mean for you?
Okay, I think mother is like the most important person in anyone's life. But most of the time we don't realize like what she does for us and what she sacrifices. And we just take her for granted, like she wakes up in the morning, cooks for us and sets everything. She sets our life right. But we never realize that, we take it for granted. So I think it is like we should not take it for granted and we should really respect whatever they do for us, we should respect. So I'm really proud of my mother for whatever she's done to me.
Absolutely. And what about you, Lalita?
Yeah, I'm also a mother and I'm a HR by profession.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Lalita, and happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. We will also have
Happy
Pankaj.
Mother's Day to all of them. I mean, how many mothers are there? So happy Mother's Day to
Absolutely.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lalita. A big round of applause for Lalita.
Thank you.
Awesome. We also have Pankaja. Pankaja, we won't be asking about your intro because we would be giving your intro, but we would love to hear a few words about Mother's Day, what it means for you.
Yes, so it means a lot to me, and somewhere I think what I'm now or what I dream of is because of my mother. Now, my mother, she never went to high school. She loved to study, but seeing her family financial position, she couldn't go. And that pain was always in her. So I could hear her telling her friends, when I was a child saying, I'm going to support my daughter all the way up. And I want to support her as much as she wants to study. So she never sat me down and explained. But as a child, you hear things and you still can make sense of that. So somewhere in me, her pain is still there. And I've tried to, so I've done a PhD in all of that. It's all because somewhere I think subconsciously that pain of my mother's worked. So yes, in different ways, they shape you and your destiny.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing such a deepful and meaningful thought. Wow. Excellent. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pankaja. And may I request Toastmaster Parvati to share your thoughts about Mother's Day?
Mother's Day. So let me start off with something funny. So I was under the impression that Mother's Day falls on 11th May. I was thinking it's not Mother's Day today, it's 11th May. We have days for that. We'll celebrate your day and all that. And today when I opened the news, like it's Mother's Day. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling a little guilty for assuming Mother's Day falls on some other day. And then, but otherwise, I don't specifically concentrate on Mother's Day because every day is Mother's Day. And if I'm here being this confident and speaking, it's all because of my mother who always pushed me from behind. Like she's there behind the scenes for all of my happening, all of my doing, all of the present me, I think I dedicate most of it to my mother. So she's that important to me. I think we should celebrate every day as Mother's Day.
Right. Absolutely. Very beautiful thought about that, Toastmaster Parvati. A round of applause for Toastmaster Parvati. And we will quickly check with Venkatesh. Venkatesh, if you were able to check on your audio now. Yeah.
I am audible now, sir.
Okay, very faint still, but we'll like to quickly hear about your introduction, please.
Okay. My name is Venkatesh Kumar, and currently I am residing in Bihar in Gaya district, and currently I am preparing for UPSC CDS exam, and looking forward to speak well in Toastmaster Club. And that's all, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. And a big round of applause because Venkatesh is preparing for the UPSC exam. We have been in touch and we all wish you all the best for that. I'm sure you're going to rock about it.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. And now we have, as we have interacted with all the beautiful members and the guests today, for the benefit of the guest who is joining for the first time, let me tell you Toastmaster International, what it is all about and why we are super crazy to join every Sunday between 11 to 1. And this is the reason for that, because Toastmasters International is a worldwide non-profit educational organization that empowers individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Now, Toastmasters International, which was founded by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in October 1924, when the first Toastmaster meeting was held at the YMCA in Santa Ana, California. That's almost 100 years back. Now, currently, the organization's membership exceeds 357,000 in more than 16,600 clubs spread across 143 countries. That's a huge global presence. And Speaker's Den is a 10 years old club which was chartered on 25th September 2012. Now, while we join Toastmaster for public speaking, but there are two additional benefits which comes along the way: the leadership and the networking. Now, once you are a member, you can give speeches, take up roles across the globe. And Toastmaster being one of the most positive platform, we do one thing which is very critical. We break fear. The fear of public speaking, that unknown fear. What will happen if I fail, or if I forget my lines? What will other people think of me? Let me assure you, at Speakers in Toastmasters, we encourage you to fail, because we constantly push our members. Hey, don't feel shy. Speak up. It's okay to fail. We'll learn from it. But one thing which will make you perfect is practice. And to do that, you need to speak up in every meeting. Don't feel shy. Switch on your video. Let go of that uncomfortable feeling. And when someone speaks up as an audience, we do something interesting. We clap. And this clap is an encouragement for the speaker when they are on the virtual stage. And since it's virtual, how do we clap? Well, you can use the emojis, or you can switch on your video and clap. Now, every meeting in Toastmasters has a theme. And today's theme is very, very special. It's called Impromptu. Well, it's all about the impromptu speaking. And to know more about this, what's in store, what we are going to do today, we have someone who is the president of the Speakers and Toastmasters, who is going to be the moderator of today's meeting. And if I have to introduce him, he is a metal extracted from the ores of Nagpur, hardened in the extreme weathers of BITS Pilani, quenched in the waters of IIT Bombay, Now working as a scientist, a cog in the corporate wheel, TCS Innovations. In the mission of Toastmasters, he has functioned as the current president. He was a past VP membership, VP PR, treasurer, CIC, club coach, LDPIN, and currently also working as the area B2 director. With that, let me, with a huge round of applause, welcome Toastmaster Mudassir as the moderator of the day. Toastmaster Mudassir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sankhya. It was a very warm introduction. I was not expecting so many words. Good morning, everyone. Today we have the impromptu speech session, and I'll be your host. Today we'll having a variety of speeches, and we have divided it. We have given people choice to either they can take the traditional 1 to 2 minute path of a table topic session, or they can speak for 3 to 4 minutes. And we have a lot of nominations. I've already shared the list of nominations with both the evaluators. But before starting, let me introduce our two evaluators. Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Pankaja. Pankaja, when I didn't know you well and saw you always laughing, I thought, is Pankaja mad? This is what Lalita, Pankaja's classmate in 7th standard, said to her. Pankaja then thought of doing something serious with life, and she became a Commonwealth scholar and did PhD in public policy at University of Birmingham, United Kingdom. Then she became a Ford Foundation Fellow and did research at Johns Hopkins. Then she seriously kept working for Persistent System, an IT giant, for 14 years. And then she joined Toastmasters and seriously became the first runner-up at District 92 Humorous Speech Contest 2021. Welcome, Pankaja, to Speakers Den Toastmasters Club.
District 98, not 92.
Our second evaluator is Toastmaster Parvati. Parvati is a data engineer by profession. She is a VP member at Toastmasters Indranagar Pride. Recently, Parvati was the host of Area B1 and B2 contest, and she did a fabulous job as a host. Parvati believes in every day is a new beginning. Welcome, Parvati, to the Speakers Den Toastmasters Club. I will quickly share the list of participants we have so that everyone gets a clarity on who will be evaluating whom. I hope you all can see my screen. We have divided all the participants into two sections. The first section will be evaluated by Toastmasters Pankaja, and the second section will be evaluated by Toastmaster Parvati. The first section includes following speakers: Toastmaster Souvik, Lalita, Sher Singh, Mehboob Pasha, and Sushmita. The second section will include following speakers: Dyuman, Simi Agrawal, Sankhya, Tanmay, Ashish, and Venkatesh Kumar. Some speakers have opted for 3 to 4 minute speech, and some speakers has opted for 1 to 2 minute speech. And I will announce that before the start of the speech. Toastmaster Parvati will be giving their evaluation at the end of the entire session. And they will be getting a 5 to 7 minute time interval for giving their evaluation. And they have to speak about each speaker for less than 1 minute. So let's get started.
Toastmaster Mudassir, Toastmaster Pankaja has a clarification. Yes.
Yes. So thank you. So Mehboob Pasha,
Yes.
I see her time as 1 to 2 and 3 to 4. So
yes.
Chosen because that depends on the topic I get, ma'am. If I get a topic of my interest, I will speak for 3 to 4 minutes. If I get the topic of not of my interest, I will speak for 1 to 2 minutes. That's why I chosen both, ma'am. As I am new to Toastmaster.
So Dr. Pasha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in your case, we'll do a flip of coin. And if
Yeah,
it will be
Mudassir, yeah,
either
for
1 to 2 minutes or 3 to 4 minutes.
right. So, Mudassir, for Dr. Pasha, since he is new, we will go by 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Please proceed, Mudassir.
Is everyone ready for the table topic session, the impromptu session? Can I get a thumbs up from everyone? Yes, we are ready. So today's table topic session, I'm going to call it as a sensational session. The world population stand at 7.98 billion. Our country's population stand at 1.4 billion. Now imagine having to communicate, understand, explain, and interact with every 1% of the populace. What similar ground can we possibly find? Well, the 5 senses is what we can always rely on. No matter the differences, no matter the distance, no matter the mindset, all eyes are the see, all ears are the hear, all nose are the smell, all tongues to help taste, and all skin to feel. All we do as human is to articulate these senses as we communicate in the today's master, the art of articulation. Let me share my screen. So today's table topic will be as follows. I will ask you to choose one of these senses, and based on the senses, I will show you an image. And you have to speak about that image relating to that sense. So our first speaker is Toastmaster Souvik. Souvik, can you please choose one sense? For the timer, the Souvik will be speaking for 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah, Souvik, can you choose one sense? Sight, hear, smell, taste, touch.
I'll choose sight.
Okay. So your topic is view of the beach. You have to describe us the view of this beach.
From the picture, what I can see is that it's a island picture. It is a beautiful picture, and if someone wants to visit a beach, this can be the ideal place. I can see two, I don't know what it is called. It is used for having a having a sunbath. We can go there and enjoy ourselves. I can also see that there are coconut trees behind it. So if you feel hungry, you can pick some coconut from the tree and drink it. Also, you have beautiful sea in front of your eyes. So if you feel hungry, you can go to catch some fish. Also, if you feel tired or bored, you can go for swimming or surfing. The sky looks very beautiful, so you can just lie down there and have your partner or friend or anyone whom you like to spend time with talk about life. Don't talk about life and forget everything, forget all the tensions, all the stress, all the outer world, and just enjoy the beauty of the nature, and just absorb it. I can also see that it's very sunny, so it's important for you to wear a sunscreen because you might get suntan, which will not be good for your skin, and you will not be requiring an umbrella because already you are having some kind of a shade in above. So you can just sit there and enjoy yourself. I can't see the timing card, so I don't know what time I'm left with.
You were supposed to speak for 3 to 4 minutes. Duman, is it over?
Continue, Souvik.
Okay, so if I wanted, even I'm 21 years of age and even I'm planning for a vacation, so this could be an ideal place. If I want to travel in India, I'll be choosing Gokarna or Goa or maybe Pondicherry because It's very near from Bangalore, all the three places. If I get a good job and I earn good, I get good salary, I'll definitely plan to visit Maldives or Bali. Very beautiful place to hang around with friends or to go with your partner. And also you can play so many water sports such as surfing, scuba diving, etc. You can do a course in scuba diving. There are so many institutions that help you to get a certificate in all those courses. But I'll suggest you to go alone, because if you go alone, you can make friends with other people. You get out of your comfort zone when you go alone, because you'll not be having anyone. And exploring new places solo is a very good idea. It helps you to go meet new people, explore new places. What is the problem with having a partner or having some friends? Because when we wanted to convince our friend, for example, if I wanted to go to some place, I have to ask my friends, I have to beg, please come with me, let's make plan. And to be very honest, this kind of plan does not happen. If you plan this kind of plan for 1 to 2 months, it will never happen. All these plans are made just like a speech impromptu. Like if you want to go to tomorrow, we have to make plan today. So I'll suggest go alone. You'll be having a wonderful time. Though I have never traveled solo, but I have some plans in future to travel solo and to see a beautiful place, explore, to meet new people, not only beaches, but many other places such as mountains and all other places. I'll first explore our own country, India, because we have so many places, right from the Himalayas in north to in south. We have so many beautiful beaches. In east, we have beautiful northeast, the mountains, and in west we have the desert. I guess I'm running out of time, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Souvik, for telling us what you feel in your eyes when you see the beach for the very first time, and what are your plans when you visit to other places where there are beaches in India and outside. Thank you, Souvik. Our next speaker is Toastmaster guest.
Can I say something?
Who's this?
Pankaja.
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
Pankaja.
So what happened here was that a timer, if the timer could please tag the word timer in front of your name, so everyone knows that you are the timer. So no one had a clue who the timer was. And second, the speaker should be on the gallery mode. See, that is why even the first speaker didn't realize that the time had gone past. So have the timer name. So do all the speakers now know where is the gallery mode? Right? So on the view, choose the gallery mode. So when you speak, you should always be in the gallery. So let's do a trial now, instead of everyone overshooting the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are we all clear on that? The gallery mode when we are in the speaker, when we speak? Great. Thanks for that. I just wanted to let everyone know that. Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, Duman, can you change timing cards so that everyone knows that you are the timer?
Yeah, I have now renamed actually Duman
he
as
has
a
changed
timer.
me already.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's start again. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Lalita. Can you choose one of the senses?
Sure. I'll choose sight.
Okay. So your topic is view of the sunset.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to describe us the view of the sunset and what you feel when you see the sunset for the very
Also,
first
Mother, say
time.
that timing as well.
Yeah, and your timing is 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
And also, Lalita, can you check the timer if is also visible?
Yes, I can.
Okay, okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. I'm not able to see that screen, the sunsets.
Can you see it now?
It's really beautiful. So I would really prefer to spend my evenings over here. So I think this is like, it's covering a beach, if I'm not wrong. So this is like a really beautiful scene. So this is like, I think we can just go and spend some time over here. So by looking at this, it shows us like the nature is so beautiful. And seeing this sunset, it's like really beautiful. And when you're admiring this, like you can just forget like all your work pressure. And I think you can just forget all your work pressure, and you can just be relieved of some stress, and just enjoy this moment. So this looks like Kanyakumari or something. So if I get some time, probably I'll take a week off or something, and I can just go and I can enjoy this beautiful scenery. Am I done with 1 minute? Okay.
Thanks, Lalita, for
Thank you.
describing us the view of the sunset and how lovely it is. The next speaker is Toastmaster Sher Singh. Can you choose your site? Can you choose your
Taste.
Huh? Taste. So Sher Singh, your timing is 3 to 4 minutes. Can you see the timer?
Yeah.
So you have to talk about the taste of a birthday cake.
Okay. If we control if we control our emotions, if we control our appetite, so we can control anything. And it's mean that we have a command on our mind. We always try to control our mind when we feel appetite, but we don't have a power to control this habit. Everyone has one weakness, that is to control on the particular taste. And once we talk about the birthday, once we talk about the party, so the cake is mandatory for all the functions. Like today is a Mother's Day, so in every house, the kids are planning to celebrate this birthday with a beautiful and tasty cake. Now, when we talk about the cake, once we talking about discussing, once we entering in the confectionery shop, at once our sight just stuck on the cake, because they decorate very well, and it comes with a different flavor, and it is soft also. Mean old person, teeth or without teeth, we can take it. Even the old person, whoever lost their teeth and they cannot miss this, they can even take it very proper way. And I'm talking about the cake. Mean first birthday, even sometimes in the old age, when our grandparents became old and older, but always it comes with freshness. It comes with it memorize your first birthday. So, and if we can control the taste, it means we are not a human being also. We have all the time something in our mind. We need to have this. And as you know, summer came. So now we are waiting for the mangoes as well, because I love mango, and the taste wise, you can say it is the king of all fruit. And mango, once I'm talking about the mango, the taste of mango I'm feeling on my tongue. My saliva is running out because mango mean the fruit cake. If I'm talking about the fruit cake and mix with the mango, it increases the taste of that particular cake. And I know very well, no one can control this emotions, because if we control on the taste, if we control on anything, like if we lose the taste, it means we lose everything, because we are doing hard work day and night. Even you are an engineer or scientist or player, we are doing for food. We are doing work for the food, and after the taste, we feel it and enjoy it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the food taste. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sher Singh, for describing us what cake mean to all of us. What is the importance of cake in a function? You also described us about mango cake, which I think is very delicious, and we all can feel some sensation in our mouth. The fourth speaker is Toastmaster Mehboob Pasha. Can you choose one of the sense, sir?
Hearing, sir.
Hearing. Okay. Dr. Pasha, your timing is 1 to 2 minutes. And your topic is?
Pankaja wants to say something.
Can you, Dr. Pasha, can you increase the volume of your laptop, the audio volume? Is it at the maximum?
Actually, he is staying in a place where the network is a little bit problematic.
Yeah, because I can't hear you at all. Can you hear Parvati? Can you hear him? I can't.
Neither can I, Pankaja. Probably
Dr.
if he
Pasha,
can turn on the video, maybe he could get some bandwidth for his audio.
Yeah. We can't hear you, Dr. Pasha. If you can just switch off your video and then speak, just check if it is fine. We still can't hear you, Dr. Pasha. Okay, we'll do one thing. Maybe Dr. Pasha will come to you at the last, and then we'll proceed. Okay, is that fine, Mudassar?
Yeah, it's fine.
Right, okay.
So the next speaker is Toastmaster Sushmita. Sushmita, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
Can you choose one of the sense?
I choose touch.
Touch. Yeah, so you must remember holding hands of your grandparents when you are going to a mela for very first time. So describe us about that experience. Sushmita, your time limit is 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. Touch is a very important part of a human life, no matter what age of you are. And touch, it holds a very great place in my life, holding the hands of your grandparents. When I was a kid, I spent most of time with my grandmother, and we were always together, holding her hands. I can still remember that feel. She's one of the very first lady who took me everywhere, who took me to school, who took me to hospital. Uh, she was always there for me. Holding her hand, it is something which I always did. Like, it gave me a different kind of protective feeling. It gave me a feeling that she is there, and either she is there and she will be there for me. Even she drops me at the school. While going to school, I used to hold her hand, and when school was over, I will be there waiting for her to come. As soon as she come, what I used to do, I used to hold her hand immediately. That warmth and that feeling, it gives you a protection. For me, touch is a very a very um, a very kind way of showing love. It also, you don't have to utter a words. When you hold someone, when you touch someone, it gives them a good vibe. So touch is very important part of our life. And I think as the time passes, as we grow up, uh, especially when it comes to our grandparents, the more than their faces and more than their words, one thing they remember the most, one thing which we can remember even at the age of 70 or 80, when we remember our grandparents, that's the one thing that comes to our mind, is that emotion or that feel which we got while holding their hands. So I think touch is very important in every single. Touch is a very important part of every single human life, and we should always make it. We should always make it a part, but in a good way. In a good way, right? Over.
Thanks, Sushmita. I think it's very difficult to describe what touch is, and you did a very wonderful job in doing that. I think this is a very good gesture of love, to just gently touch a person and tell them how you love. You don't even have to speak, and you did a beautiful job describing it.
Thank you.
Dr. Pasha, can you try once talking, so that we can give you one slot?
Am I audible, sir?
Dr. Pasha?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Your voice is very faint.
Maybe due to network. Here, network is unstable, sir.
Okay, Dr. Pasha, now if you can just switch off your video and speak, just check it. If can you tell? Yeah,
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
yeah, audio is faint. Pankaja, will it be fine? I know that is the audio is less.
I won't be able to. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But if it is, if you can, I don't know. So I won't do any justice by this.
Right, I understand.
Quite too feeble, so it will be difficult to understand.
Okay.
As Pankaj said.
Okay, then we will come back to you towards the end of the meeting to see then if it can improve in the meanwhile.
Okay.
Sure.
So now we'll be moving on to the second segment, which will be evaluated by Toastmaster Parvati. And Dr. Pasha will try to accommodate you towards the end, and you will be evaluated by Toastmaster Pankaja only. So now we are moving to the second segment. I would like to call Toastmaster Dhuman.
Hello.
Dhuman, can you hear us?
Yeah, for Toastmaster Dhuman, I'll be that timer.
Okay.
Just a second.
Dhuman, your
Dhuman,
timing is 1 to 2.
Could you speak up a bit? You're a bit feeble.
Am I audible now?
Can you increase the volume a bit more? Is it possible? You're fine, but it can be better.
Now? Am I audible now? Like this?
There is a background noise which is coming.
I'll try to switch off the fan.
Okay, sure.
Now you're.
Is it any better now?
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Okay.
Parvati, is it fine? I think.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Human, can you select one of the senses?
I will select smell.
Okay.
Mudasir, please mention that timing also. Is it 1 to 2 minutes?
Yeah, for
Okay.
Human, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, Human, you have to talk about the smell of a fresh coffee.
Okay. Coffee. Now, I'm not the person who drinks coffee, but nevertheless, I remember the smell. When I go to, am I still audible?
Yeah.
When I go to the coffee shop, and there's that smell of coffee, and I wouldn't think much about it, but thinking about it now, yes. I have tasted coffee a few times, and it's not bad. And I don't drink it as a habit, but if someone offers it, I would take it. More than coffee, though, I would more be attracted by the smell of food being prepared, maybe. And now this is reminding me of dinner time. And yeah. So yeah, I do like usually a lot of fried food, although I know it's not really the best. But yeah, and nevertheless, if you think back about the coffee, someone told me there are so many different kinds of coffees that one doesn't even imagine. One thinks coffee is just this thing which we drink like that casually once a day or something. But there are people who go to very specific places to find the very specific kind of coffee they like. And there are so many different styles, I heard. And I suppose they'll all have the different smell also, of course. And nevertheless, yeah, back to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Human.
Thank you.
Even though you are not a fan of coffee, you tried your best to describe us the smell of a fresh coffee. Thank you for making the effort. The next speaker is Toastmaster Simi Agrawal. Simi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Parvati, can you confirm if Simi is audible?
Can she be better audible? It's a little smudged.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Sounding better? Yes, you're good now.
Okay.
Simi, your timing is 1 to 2 minutes. Can you choose one sentence?
Taste. Sorry, just a second.
Okay. Yeah, you have to talk about the taste of ripped mango. Right.
So finally seeing the mangoes, everyone had been waiting for it, me so more excitedly. Like it's been a long, we have to wait, I guess, more than 8 months. Now it's the very time we get to eat those ripe mangoes. So I did like to mention most important, I would say, like most beautiful memory of ours. I was in Bangalore like 2 years back, before the work from home started. I used to live with my roommate, one of my friends. She's from my office colleague. So we had this always we used to make plan, we are going to stop the junk food, move to healthier foods, and we always and end up doing eating lot of food from the restaurants only. But we had this one thing for like, let's include fruits in our thing. So there was a nearby fruit market, like hardly 2 to 3 kilometers. We used to walk and buy fruits. But this was the time when it came the mangoes. So we both loved mangoes, like literally, and how we enjoyed those. No, that's the most beautiful or memorable moment for me. So we had been waited, and it's like seeing the mangoes and having them were like teasing all of them, because we used to live like away from our home, missing such important things. We were never able to make like amras or mango shake or anything, but we used to enjoy the ripe mango so beautifully. So it reminds me of that days. And another thing is like this picture, and always it's so tempting. It reminds me of a lot of things about the sunset, beautiful sunset. It's like energizing as well. Yeah, so this was the one most memorable moment with the mangoes. Over to you, Toastmaster Mudassir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Simi, for describing us the taste of mango and what it makes you feel, how you connected it with the summer vacation. Thank you, Toastmaster Simi, for the wonderful attempt. The next speaker is Toastmaster Sankhya. Your timing is 3 to 4 minutes. Sankhya, can you hear us?
Sight, I'll go with.
Yeah. Parvati, I think Sankhya is audible.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. I hope you go to hiking sometime. You have to give us the view on the top of the mountain.
Okay. Okay. A few years ago, something happened. Now, let me tell you a very, very interesting story. I did something which is still unbelievable. I took a flight, and have you experienced that moment when you are above a flight and then you jump from there? Well, if you have been a paraglider, or if you want to go for something, where you jump from the flight and then you fall along the way, you enjoy the atmosphere, and of course you have a trainer back behind who is guiding you that how to float around the air. And finally, when you thought that you are going to land on a beautiful green landscape, but instead you fall on a white mountain, a mountain which is full of snow. And there was an absolute deep drop silence. If silence has a sound, that was it. You can't hear anything except the sound of the snowy winds passing around. Now, what do you do next? You can't cry. You can't call up because there was no network. And you can't trek as well. You are landed on a place which is surrounded by nothing except snow. Well, we had a backpack and we took up our boots. Somehow we managed to calm down, but hey, let me tell you, snow is absolutely slippery. You have to be very, very cautious about it. With a backpack of around a few kgs and with oxygen, a little bit of less supply as well, and with the parachute as well, struggling around, we did one thing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. We just got landed in an unknown territory. But then something cracked up. A radio transmission. The guide who was accompanying me tried to set up the radio connection with the base station. After waiting for long, we saw nothing, still nothing. But we saw something which made us very scary. We saw a snow bear. A snow bear which is not far, just 1 to 2 kilometers, but in this mountain you can still see and you can feel, and you always have the urge in that, what happens if the snowy bear just fall in love with you and then it comes to you? And well, that's the way life is. That's what I thought. But the bear has some other thought. Well, as usual, the bear didn't even look at me. He just felt that not worth of the food of being his love of the life. So he kept on along his way. And on that snowy mountain, I was still having sweat. I was sweating that what's happened. Although the base connection was made, but we don't know. That's when I was about to fall on the mountain. And guess what? I fall off the bed and I found I was dreaming. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Mudassir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sankhya, for such a wonderful attempt. You literally took us to the mountain journey and made us wake up from the dream. The next speaker is Toastmaster Tanmay. Tanmay, can you hear us?
Yes, no, sorry, I was on mute.
Achha.
I choose taste.
Taste.
Yeah.
Tanmay, your timing is 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. You have to describe us the taste of biryani.
All right. I was sitting in the office on a Friday afternoon. None of the teammates brought their lunches because we were all in a mood to order food or go outside have a lunch. But it suddenly started raining outside. We were trying to book a cab, not getting any cabs. So we decided we are going to do something thinkable. We are going to order biryani. Because what could make this beautiful weather more beautiful is the aroma of a hot prepared biryani. I took in charge of ordering the food. I picked my phone, opened Zomato, and then suddenly someone saw my phone screen. They saw that veg filter was selected. I was bombarded by everyone. Are you ordering pulao in the name of biryani? I was flabbergasted. I could not think of an answer. I was looking here and there and was thinking, but this is also biryani. And then suddenly, one of my teammates jumped from another table. Tanmay, don't you dare call veg pulao as biryani. Biryani only contains non-veg. Otherwise, it's no biryani. It's just rice. If you are going to order this rice for us, we disown you from the team. And I suddenly thought of all the pending bills which I have to pay at the end of the month. I was like, no, man, you take my phone, order everything. This selected Dindigul biryani and started telling me stories about it. I was listening there because in my mind, I was still thinking what I'm going to eat now. Because I am a vegetarian. Then some person showed mercy on me. Okay, let's order some rice for Tanmay as well. And then let me select the mushroom biryani. Okay, sorry, mushroom veg pulao. Because I do not want to offend anyone. Then the biryani came and we were having the biryani in the office room, in the meeting room. But then something happened, the unthinkable, something that ruined the taste for a moment. Can you guess what is it? It happened to be a big elaichi in the biryani. The elaichi in the biryani ruined the taste, and you can see the faces they make. Because same elaichi, which makes your tea sweeter, makes your biryani better, gives it aroma, can ruin it forever if it comes in your mouth. And that gave a life lesson right there. If something may be good in a scenario, but may not be good in a different scenario. So you need to be careful what you're doing there. With this thought in my mind, I picked up the remaining scraps of mushroom in my plate, scraped it clean so that no one else will take my veg pulao biryani while they become the biryani monsters. And we cleaned our plates, put it on the side, and then continued with the meeting. Thank you, and back to you.
Thanks, Tanmay. Even I believe that strongly. There is nothing called as veg biryani. Biryani has to be non-veg. So thank you for describing your experience about biryani in the office environment. The next speaker is Toastmaster Ashish. Ashish, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So Ashish, I'm taking away the choice from you, and I'll be choosing for you.
Okay.
So you have to speak about hearing.
Okay.
Tell us about the singing of birds. Ashish, your timing is 3 to 4 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me take you back in time. It was around 3 years back, and I, along with my friends, we went to Kurg for a trip, and we reached that place around 2 p.m. in the night, and we have to go on trekking at 6 o'clock in the morning. So when we reached at 2 o'clock in the night, everyone was tired. So we slept. But we have to wake up at 6 a.m. because the trekking will start around that time. And some people, they were very conscious that they will wake up, but some are too lazy to leave the bed. Everyone was busy in their dreams. These small birds were singing different kinds of songs. I am just referring small birds metaphorically because for boys there were girls in that trip, and for girls there were boys in that trips. So for boys the girls were the birds, and for the girls the boys were the birds. So everyone was busy in their dreams by singing those small songs, but only few people woke up around 6 o'clock, and the remaining people, they did not wake up. They are still busy in their songs, still busy in their dreams. But somehow they need to wake up because the trip need to start. Suddenly, one of the friends gave suggestion. Let's play some songs so that they will wake up from their dreams. We played one song of Sonu Nigam from Munna Bhai MBBS. Probably they liked that song and they did not wake up. Then we thought to do something different, and we played the songs of Dinchak Puja. After listening the songs of Dinchak Puja, probably the birds, they ran away from that spot. They wake up from their dreams instantly because there were no birds. Probably there were tigers. There were lions in the song and in their dreams. Suddenly, they left their bed, and we started our trekking journey on that day. When we reached the top of the mountain, we explored different kinds of birds, but that was the actual birds. They were singing the real songs, and they were making the atmosphere beautiful. Similarly, in our life, there are different kind of situations, and there are different kinds of birds. There are different kinds of animals who are singing differently. Some people are singing in front of you, and some people are singing back of you. Some people are singing good things about you, and some people are singing bad things about you. It's all depends on you whether how you react to those singings. Whether are you dancing with those songs, or are you getting motivated with those songs and moving one step ahead in your life? Thanks to you, and back to you, Team.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish, for telling us about your trekking experience, about linking this bird songs with your dreams and how you reach at the top of the mountain and then you actually heard the songs of bird. Our next speaker is the Toastmaster Venkatesh. Toastmaster guest Venkatesh, can you hear us? Venkatesh?
Yes, sir.
Your voice is very feeble. Can you increase your audio?
Am I audible now, sir?
Parvati, can you comment on that? Is it good for you?
He is. He can be better audible. It's too feeble actually, like Dr. Pasha. Venkatesh, could you try speaking now?
Am I audible now?
Is there any chance that you can increase the volume, because it's a little difficult to evaluate it? So
Actually, it is already maximum.
I couldn't hear that. How do we go about it, Udasana Sankhya, in this case?
Yeah, maybe we can come back later, in the next week. But however, we have, we can move on to the any other speaker. Well, that's it.
I think we have exhausted our list.
Hempush
If there is
Mittal
anyone
has
else,
Hempush Mittal has just joined in.
hi, Toastmaster Hempush. Hempush, can you hear us?
Okay, fine. We can just last try with Dr. Pasha, if you can hear you.
Yes, sir. Am I audible and visible, sir?
Your voice is still very low. Can you increase the audio?
It is at maximum, sir. Hello, sir.
Might I suggest something, Dr. Pasha? I think you're using our headphones. I suppose. Can you try removing that and use it to change it to system
Okay,
volume?
I'll remove headphones. I'll try with system.
Sure.
Am I audible now, ma'am?
You're better. You're better, I would say. Pankaj,
try saying a sentence.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters.
It's still very low. Perhaps that's yeah. So you have removed all headsets, right? Nothing. Just use your laptop audio.
Just I'm using my laptop, ma'am. I removed every accessories, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Parvati, are you able to hear Dr. Pasha better?
I can hear him better.
Okay.
Better than before.
Maybe then for Dr. Pasha,
Yeah,
Parvati,
sure.
if you can do the evaluation.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So, Dr. Pasha, can you speak up again? Hello, Toastmasters.
Yeah, am I visible, sir?
Yeah, you are visible. Parvati, we can move ahead, right?
Okay, yeah. Please go ahead, Mudassir.
Yes, yes. He's visible.
Dr. Pasha, can you select one of the scents?
Yes, sir. Hearing, sir. Hearing.
Okay, here.
And
Okay, so
Dr.
your
Pasha,
timing is
sorry,
1 to
Dr.
2
Pasha,
minutes.
you can also see the timer as well, right? Toastmaster Duman.
Right now, I can't see, sir. Right
Okay,
now.
Toastmaster Duman. Okay, fine. I will spotlight Toastmaster Duman when the timing card will change. Okay, Mudassir, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So you have to describe us the sound of train leaving the station. Dr. Pasha, you have to describe us the sound of train leaving the station.
Okay, sir. Train leading, sound of train. Okay, sir. Sound of train leading a station.
Hmm.
Sound of train leading station. Sound of train leading a station.
You can tell us about your experience when you missed a train, or just about your journey through a train.
Yes, among all transportations, the journey with train is always very calm, peaceful, and very calm and peaceful. Though the train journey is lengthy, but while traveling, we can have the sight scenery, and we can view the beautiful surroundings. So compared to other journeys, the train journey is very comfortable. Though it is lengthy, it is very comfortable. So the thing is, we get to have all type of facilities in train, and whenever we want to go, and whenever we want to go outside, we can go with train. That can't be happen with the other types of journeys like bus and flights. So one more thing about train journey is very cheap compared to other types of journeys. So traveling in train to a long distance places is always a very amazing experience. So as I season it as my business is in Lonavala, Khandala. I seasonally travel to Lonavala, Khandala by train. So while traveling, we can meet different type of peoples with different places. We can develop good relations with many peoples. Like we can meet different peoples in train journey. So we can develop a good network of peoples. So that won't be that can't be happen with other types of. So already it is over to you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Pasha, for describing us the train so beautifully. Can we ask Hempush Mittal to give it a try? Hempush Mittal, can you hear us? Hempush?
Okay,
I think he's unable to.
maybe we can move on to the evaluation.
Oh, Okay. Yeah. So first, I would like to call Toastmaster Pankaja to evaluate Toastmaster Souvik, Lalita, Sher Singh, and Toastmaster Sushmita. Sushmita and Toastmaster Mehboob Pasha.
Sure. And how much time do I have? 5 minutes?
5 to 7 minutes.
The 5 to 7 minutes? Okay. And the timer
Yeah.
is over here. Okay. Wonderful. And when I saw, so first, excellent topics, and I saw those images. I was all into those images, and the speeches were as good, even better than those images. Beautifully done. I know some of you were doing it for the first time, and yet the confidence with which you all said. So what I'll do is, in the first, I'll take one by one. I'll work on your best parts and how you did that. And I'll have some suggestions for you all in general as to how to improve. Would that work for everyone? Okay. Great. Now, first we had Souvik. You had a beautiful, you chose the visual and you had the sunset and the beach, and you had those two chairs. And you started talking about how beautiful it is, the beach and those, the soft and the sea and how you felt the calmness there. And I was getting into your story. And then I said, okay, there are these two chairs. And then you said, I would rather go solo. And I thought you are taking me into a story, because I was into the romance mindset. Okay, there's two chairs on the beach and you're saying, I want to go solo. So I knew you were taking, so it was like a suspense story, like a trailer happening in front of me. I was all eager to listen to your story about saying, that earlier I had a friend and something happened and now I just want to go solo and enjoy that. And because you painted the picture so well, I was into your picture, into that story itself. I'm hungry to know more about what actually happened between you and your friend. So you made me very inquisitive throughout your story. Well painted. Then after we had the beach, we had the sunset. And I know, Lalita, are you there? You made us proud by your attempt, very bravely done. And you had the picture of the sunset. And the first word you said was beautiful. And you connected with me, because when I see the sunset, that's the first word which I said. And you went into that scene and you said, well, it's like something like Kanyakumari. The bell rang because I've been to Kanyakumari and I've seen the sunset there. And that showed me how, by using the right kind of words, you can connect to the audience instantly. And I was with you, knowing and trying to know more about what you thought of the sunset at Kanyakumari. And you said how it was beautiful, it was very calm, and you enjoyed it very much. And then you stopped. Right. And so with this, we come to the next speaker, Sher Singh. You did a wonderful job, Sher Singh, and wow, you chose the birthday cake. What more do we want? And then beautifully, you talked about the cake, and the first word you said was, I think in the first few seconds, the word you said was control, right? And I was one with you on that. The first thing, when we see the sweets we like, what you say is control. You love it. You want to have the entire cake, but control. And that word control got me into that movie where he says control. It's like earnest way to stop your desires. So your entire story was about desires, how you see something which is very tempting for you. So if I were to summarize your story, it was about temptations and how you need to control that. And as someone said on the chat, you then talked about the mangoes and how delicious they are, and how the saliva just flows when you said. So you use various elements there. You use the visual there. You use the touch feeling also there. Saliva, I could actually feel the saliva coming out. So right kind of words to paint the picture. And then you also brought out the emotions. when you said in old age, it has a special meaning. And you took me to my grandparents, to whom it would be so important to have a birthday cake, because apart from just the visual of having a birthday cake, someone giving you the cake itself is a very emotional thing. So you brought in various elements into your story, and that made your story connect with me very much. And then the last speaker we had was Sushmita. I loved the visual about the touch, and you told us about your grandmother, who was very close to you. She was your inspiration, and how she held your hand. And that's what, and the words which you use, Shweta, like you said, that it's just a touch. And without any words, you can convey so much. And I could feel it. And I could see you, Sushmita, holding your grandmother's hand. Maybe you were crying one morning and she just came and held your hand. And you stopped crying. So with minimum use of words, you painted the entire picture of how touch is so important to connect. And you were connected as you told this story. You could see your grandmother in front of you. I think you did that. If I could see you, Sushmita, I could have asked you. And since you could see your grandmother, you could feel that touch, I could feel that as well. So that's the other part of, because you were there in the moment. So now that we have these various elements covered, let's see how we could take it to a higher level. Now, I'll only focus on 2 points, and which is personal story, and the other is conflict. These help you touch with your audience even more tightly. First is personal story. So you talked about your friend and you. I wanted to know more about that. What had actually happened? A bit of that incident of clashes between the two of you, conversation, and how that it just took away the fun. Your friend was a fun sucker. He sucked the fun out of your vacation. So today you say, I shall go solo, but show me the pain before and after. Then I'll come with you on your story even more. So it's very important to have the personal story, more of that type. Lalita, Kanyakumari, there must be a reason why you chose Kanyakumari. Maybe as a child you went there and you recalled some of that incidents over there. Tell me that. And that would have helped you to take your speech to the 2 minutes also. It's a red light. And so Sushmita as well, if you could also had the story there. Conflict is one thing where when you choose conflict, you show us the before and after. And as I told Souvik, the same principle you follow, show the before of the conflict, after of the conflict, and the two together helps me in the audience to connect with their story even more. With this, I hand over back to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pankaj. We learned a lot from your. I think each of the speaker will be taking good note back home and will be improving the next speech. Now I'd like to call Toastmaster Parvati. You'll be evaluating 7 speakers: Dhuman, Sankhya, Tanmay, Ashish.
6 speakers, I suppose, and Dr. Pasha. Did we lose out on Mudasir? I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. We'll just give
I think I lost. Okay. I would like to call Toastmaster Parvati. She will be evaluating 7 speakers: Toastmaster Dhuman, Simmi, Sankhya, Ashish, and Mehboob.
Just to clarify that.
I guess that is 6 speakers, 4 plus 2. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Shall I begin?
Yes, Toastmaster Parvati. Yeah, please. So we have 6 speakers. So the timing will be around 8 to 10 minutes. Would that be fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's fine. Or 8 to 10 minutes. That's fine.
Is it fine?
Oh,
Okay, sure.
yeah. More than fine, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there is
Anyways,
no actually
thank you.
disqualification. It's only to just keep you updated. That's
Yeah,
it. Okay.
that's right. Thank you so much, Sankhya and Mudasir. Firstly, I must say that what a great job. I want to echo on Pankaja's comment about the entire topic selection and presentation pictures. Those were just lovely and absolute eye candies. I'm sure the speakers did find themselves enjoying while they were speaking on the topics they were given. Now, starting with our first speaker, our timer, as well as the table topic speaker, Toastmaster Dhuman, I must say that you appeared very confident when you started off, even though you had to get your audio setup done, I mean, corrected a bit. Even though that hiccup was there, you appeared very confident. I really like that because I find you to be somebody who is new to Toastmasters, and yet appearing this natural and confident is a good job done. And you didn't fail to say that you do not, even the topic was not in your favor. You did not fail to say, you went on to say that, coffee is not something that you drink, that it's not something that you prefer. But you went on to say, about it. There are different types of coffees. People go on to certain specifics, certain areas to find the types of coffee they prefer. And I also like the fact that you went on to explore beyond coffee, saying that you prefer dinner, you prefer fries. I know it's not healthy and all of that. So I liked the confidence you showed in exploring beyond what's given to you. And that's very well done. Now, coming to some things which I felt could have been better would be structure. So you initially started off with saying that coffee is not something that you prefer, but then you jumped onto the dinner part and then you again bounce back to coffee. So had you started with, you stuck with coffee first and then said, since I don't drink coffee much, probably if I had, probably I would say something that I enjoy. And that way you could have appealed to the, that's the only thing I found as, what do I say? Not negative, but something that can be worked upon. And this surely will come to you with practice. And I see a potential natural speaker in you and wish you all the best. Now, coming to the next speaker in the line, that is Simi. Now, where is Simi? I don't see Simi in the video, but nevertheless, Simi, you have this beautiful screen appearance. I mean, again, echoing on, I think Sankhya or somebody else said, you have this beautiful smile that, that makes people look at you, grab people's attention towards you. So that's a natural gift to you. I would say that just at it and keep enhancing at it. Now, you captured us in the first dialogue itself by saying that mango is something that we've been waiting to see, or finally mango is here. So that is very relatable. So coming with a catchy statement as the first, first tick off on a good start to an impromptu speaking. Then coming to the way you appear on the screen, that again, like I said, it's very natural. And you went on to go ahead with a story of your own, and you even tried to add another analogy towards mango, like analogy with respect to mango, by saying that mangoes remind you of sunlight and how it brings happiness and all of that. So I really like the way you try to paint two things in one speech, and that was very well done. Now, my only suggestion would be that you had this energy when you started, but in between I felt that you were running out of the energy, you were just zoning down. So if you could keep up the energy throughout the speech, then it will appear better appealing and better confident in the end. So that's the only takeaway I would give you, but otherwise very well done. I really liked your speech, and kudos to you. Now, coming to the next speaker, Sankhya, 3 to 4 minutes and a story as you narrated. What a speech. I loved your speech. I mean, you had this mysterious start, and then you just you painted a picture about the entire story in all of our minds. That's something I can assure you, because I felt I was also falling off the plane, and suddenly I landed in a snowy area, and then I find myself lost with the guide, and everything was perfect. I felt the transition, the pace, the gestures, the expressions, everything was in place. The structure of the speech was in place. I don't find anything as any negative point here. I would say that maybe one thing, yeah, just remember. You went on to say snow bear, and I was like, is it snow bear, or is this something that I'm not aware of? It's actually polar bear. That's the only pedantic detail which I noted. Guys, I loved your speech. What a speech. I think I'm kind of inspired on how to speak like you. I would love to speak like the way you did. and no reservations, and very well done. Kudos to you on that. Now coming to Tanmay. Firstly, appreciate your standing stance. Nobody in the audience actually took up the liberty to stand and speak. That's one thing I really appreciate you for that. Because you stood up and spoke, your confidence, upped by maybe another percent, I would say. And because you had the standing stance, your gestures were better seen to us. And I would say that everything, your gestures, which were complementing the dialogue exchanges that you had, between the characters that you brought into the story. And the story was very relatable. And we could see everybody in the audience, especially Mudasir, I could see him in splits laughing throughout. So that showed that how even though you didn't push yourself to bring humor, everybody found it humorous. So that was very well done. And in between, during an impromptu session, it's very difficult to think on your feet and also have an interaction with an audience. So I noticed this particular thing in your speech too. So that was again something I felt was worth noting down and worth commenting. That was a commendable job. One instance I felt, so overall the structure was good, the story was good. I understood from the start till the end of what you wanted to say. There's one instance about monthly bills that you had taken up. I missed out on the linkage. Perhaps if I would have heard it better, I would have understood that. That's the only place I felt the linkage was missing out. But otherwise, what an attempt, and kudos to you on that too. Now moving to our penultimate speaker, that is Ashish, Toastmaster Ashish. What a different take. I thought you would go with the typical take about, music, listening to birds chirping is music to my ears and all that. No, but then you had this different take, and I was curious to know what's going to happen next. And then in between, you had this metaphorical usages of metaphorical approaches towards birds to different things, like girls to birds, and then how birds would fly away on listening to Dinchak Puja songs. I mean, everything was relatable. And finally, you went on to address birds in real. So I really liked the transition that you brought on. You had that, you had built a curiosity factor in us on what is going to come next. So I really like that. Now, and one part where I felt was again missing was the transition towards the end. So you went on to say that there were a couple of there was a linkage between the birds at the mountains and the and people who would sing behind you, in front of you, and all of that. So I couldn't relate to that particular linkage, I would say. So that's the only part I missed. But otherwise, I felt it was a pleasure listening to you, and the different take you brought on. It was an absolute humorous speech, and I feel humor comes to you naturally. So we'd like to listen more from you regarding the humor stance, I would say. So kudos to you. I enjoyed listening to you speak. Now coming to our final speaker, Dr. Pasha. Even though you had an audio issue, I really like that you were ready to give an attempt at table topics. So the topic given to you was the sound of the train leaving the station. So it should give you the idea of what if you were there in a position or something of that kind. But then you went on to go ahead and address a different scenario or different aspect of train. So how you prefer, so you went on to say how you prefer train as a commute, how you prefer watching or seeing the scenic views from a
means the roads are flooded. So I was in the 6th standard in Carmel High School. I returned home in my school uniform. It had rained the entire morning. Our house and the road in front of the house on Bokul Bagan Road was full of water. I loved it. I came home. I said, I'm going out for a walk. Because that feel of the water on your feet, that water is like Venice, right? Because you don't have water on the lanes in Kolkata. So I Still with the uniform on, I wore those plastic slippers and then I went in the rain. Tap, 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 tap. And the cars would come and splash, not the water just on my feet, but on my entire self. Ooh, shower, free shower on the roads. I was so happy, 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 happy until this guy comes and says, "You girl, what are you doing here? Cookie, go home." I'm enjoying. My mom has said yes to me. Who is he? But he shouted at me on the road. So I went home, ring the bell. What happened? My mom said, "That guy, fun sucker, spoils my fun." But that fun, it didn't matter. Each time I got a chance, I went back into the water because the feeling of that water doesn't matter. It's brown or black. As a child, you don't care the color of the water. It's still water. It's still a cool water, nicely touching your feet and your knees, and you feel blissed. Water has that feeling of bliss, and I just love that water. Whether it is a filthy water on the street or the water from the seashore, it doesn't matter.
I wish I've given you a 3 to 4 minute time. We wanted to hear more of that. Thank you, Parvati. Thank you, Pankaja, for not only giving us the feedback, but also teaching us by example on how to connect topics with the given theme. I would now like to pass on the stage to our presiding officer, Sankhya, to give out the vote of thanks. Sankhya, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mudassir, our awesome moderator for the day. A big round of applause. Wow. And how many words I can speak, it will never be ending, but a huge, huge thanks to our awesome and super master evaluators for the day, Toastmaster Pankaja and Toastmaster Parvati. A big round of applause for this awesome evaluation. It's called actually evaluation is the breakfast of the day. And today we saw not only breakfast, but we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was full of plate with such a varieties of evaluation. It's actually a very difficult task when someone is evaluating the table topic, but impromptu speaking rather than the speeches, because we are very used to giving the tabletop of the evaluation for the prepared speech, but evaluating table topic requires a lot of very excellent observation skills, your articulation, how you present yourself, how do you find. That's a huge mammoth task. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pankaja and Toastmaster Parvati, for being our master evaluator for the day. And with that, may I also request Toastmaster Tanmay to please share your screen for our thank you poster. Okay, so with that, we will be sharing with you, Toastmaster Pankaja, but this small token of appreciation. Thank you so much again, Toastmaster Pankaja, for being our master evaluator for the group 1. And may I request for the second one? And thank you so much, Toastmaster Parvati, for such a brilliant and the way you showered your evaluation. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And with that, we are almost towards the end of our meeting. And you know, life, everything is so impromptu. We planned something and then pooh, which sometimes we don't know what's going to happen. And guess what? It just happened to me. I was logged into my laptop. I was enjoying the beautiful evaluation and everything. Suddenly, my network dropped. And I was like, panicked. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Is the meeting still on? Is it not? Then I quickly switched on back to my mobile network. And here I am. Life is full of impromptu, full of suddenness. And it's up to us how you
bring back that one. That's what towards today's session is all about. It's about impromptu. So with that, I would quickly like to hear a quick thoughts about today's session from our awesome guests who are especially, who has joined us for the first or second time. May I request Lalita to share your feedback, please?
Yeah, sure. So this was a wonderful experience. So I'm sure, after attending few of the classes, we'll overcome this fear and we'll be better. So it was a real good experience. And special thanks to evaluator Parvati and Pankaja. They were really wonderful. They gave us real good feedback. So thank you for this. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Lalita. A round of applause.
Thank you.
Also, may I request our first-time guest, Sushmita, to share your thoughts. Sushmita, you're on mute. Sushmita, you're on mute.
Hi everyone, I'm Sushmita. This is my first time. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Sankhya for giving me this opportunity. He's the one first who told me, yeah, I was very apprehensive, but then he's the one who told me that you need to try. And this is really a very beautiful experience. I hope I will start doing better with time. And I would like to thank our evaluator, Pankaja ma'am. Thank you so much for being so positive. I mean, the way she evaluated, it gave me a confidence. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone. Hope I will see you next time. Everyone, eat everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much, Sushmita, for joining us today. I know you're super busy, but still you made it today. That was really, really awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Great. We also have Venkatesh. Hi, Venkatesh. I know your network is poor, but would love to hear if it is possible. I know we couldn't accommodate you on that. Just try it out, but how you just share your experience.
In this meeting, I have learned one most important thing already. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, that's very low sound.
Maybe due to some network problem.
Okay, I'm not able to hear you properly. I'm so sorry, Venkatesh. Maybe next week when you will be joining, yeah, we will come back to you. And we have yes, almost everyone. And last but not the least, I know it's a very tough day for both Toastmaster Parvati and Toastmaster Pankaja, but we would love to hear how was your experience as a master evaluator for today. May I request Toastmaster Parvati to share your few words, please.
Master evaluator is a huge title because I myself am the path of getting myself better at impromptu speaking, because it takes a lot. A lot of people are blessed with ad-lib speaking. I'm not so. My thoughts and my words are at different extremities every time I have to speak impromptu. So I'm also the learning path, and seeing you all speak, I was rather inspired. How, for example, I love the way Sankhya spoke. Like, he had the storytelling ability. It felt as though you had prepared beforehand. So that's something that I look up to, and I would like to speak impromptu in the case as this. And same goes with Tanmay, Ashish, and I like Dhuman's approach towards saying it upfront here. So everything was a learning to me as well. And best part is I love listening. I feel that one of my top skills is listening, and I could use that today. I could put that to best use today and give my feedback or give my understanding of what I liked about your speeches. So it was thorough. It was a learning experience, both as an evaluator, as a listener, and of course, a learning as a speaker too. So I thank you all for giving me this opportunity, for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Parvati. A round of applause. And may I request also Toastmaster, may I also request Toastmaster Pankaja please to share your thoughts?
Absolutely. To start with, I admire Toastmaster Shankho's enthusiasm. I don't know how he retains that throughout meetings, even off meetings, he's like that. And I admire that, someone having that passion for Toastmasters and the way he was trying to attempt us to this session. So you have to learn that it's the art of negotiation. It comes only when you love something and then you want people to come to that thing. So that is the first thing which I admire of this club, and you have wonderful members, and it's not easy. So I can think why you have planned this. So I can think of various reasons why you planned this, and to plan and to implement means a lot, and you did that. And having such a good attendance with some guests also coming in, we had problems, people not being able to speak loudly, yet we managed. So hats off to the entire club. So very, very grateful for having me over here. And as Parvati said, it was a learning experience for me. Listening skills, I'm not as good as Parvati is, but I tried, and yes, it was a big learning. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really, really great, an honor for both of you to come and join us as the Master Evaluator. Thank you so much. So for everyone who has joined in for the first or second time, so we meet every Sunday between 11 to 1. And with that, let me close meeting number 279. The bank.
What about the timer report?
Okay, yeah, Toastmaster Suman, if you can please share the timing report as well.
I'll share the screen.
Sure.
So there were 3 disqualifications.
Mm-hmm.
The rest, everyone spoke on time. Toastmaster Souvik was at 5 minutes. Lalita at 1 minute 3 seconds. TM Sher Singh 4 minutes 12 seconds. Sushmita 2 minutes 33 seconds. Myself 2 minutes 15, followed by TM Simi at 2 minutes 13 seconds. Toastmaster Sankhya 4 minutes 16 seconds. Tanmay 3 minutes 37 seconds. TM Ashish 3 minutes 36 seconds. Toastmaster Basha at 3 minutes and 7 seconds. The evaluators, Toastmaster Pankaja took just slightly over the time, 7 minutes 31 seconds. Toastmaster Parvati 10 minutes 42 seconds. And the evaluators giving the impromptu speech were Toastmaster Parvati at 1 minute 57 seconds and Toastmaster Pankaja at 2 minutes 13 seconds.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Duman. A big round of applause. It's actually a very tough time as a timer to keep and check and to listen very properly that, hey, when I'm going to put that green, amber, and the red, as well as to write down the timing. But in Toastmasters, timing plays a huge, huge role. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Duman, for taking up the timer role as well. And in Toastmaster, timing plays a huge role. And we can see that we are almost on time as well. And that's hats up to everyone for joining the meeting. So with that, we will be closing today's meeting number 279. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Have a great weekend. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.